Welcome, trail friends, to Comfort Sips. For tonight, we're going to make a drink that I like to call raspberry embers. So, I kind of discovered this drink by mistake. Basically, just using what ingredients I had around the house. I'll tell you how it came about. So, it was a really hot day. I was working, doing a lot of video editing. Air conditioner wasn't working. And I really had a craving for some iced coffee, but I like an iced mocha. And I didn't have any chocolate. So, kind of went searching through the cupboards and my stash. I found my sister's stash of Ghirardelli's raspberry chocolate. So I took a couple squares and I melted them in my coffee. And it was perfect. So for tonight, I'm going to show you how I made that for iced coffee. And hopefully my ice hasn't melted yet. So let me lay out all the ingredients for you. All right. So what we have here is a non-dairy creamer, French vanilla, Hershey's, actually strawberry syrup, just drizzled for effect, not really for taste. And then Ghirardelli, the raspberry chocolates. Now let me tell you, the first time I did this, I took 2 squares in a normal coffee cup and I put it in. So I think for a normal size coffee cup at home, depending on how sweet you like it, maybe 1 square will do. But I'm using a bigger cup today. So today I'm going to try to actually layer this drink. So, but what I know are these squares. When I put that in, it was a pretty awesome taste of raspberry. You could just taste it, and it was delicious. So, and for me, you can use any coffee that you want. I prefer a cinnamon dolce. It's been my go-to for a long time. And then you have your whipped cream. And if you like, probably any alcohol spirit might do. I generally like to go with vodka if I'm going to have a drink, if I want to drink. And usually at night, at this hour, after things have wound down, I generally like to put a shot into my drinks at night. But it's good with or without. So, with that being said, let's get started. Maybe a little more. Yes. But I do love these pots. I'm just going to take 1 bottle of water here. It's about 8 ounces. And I am using a bigger glass tonight. So I'm probably going to fill it up about 16 ounces. Well, this pot holds, I think 24. That's that line. I think that'll be good. It'll fill that glass and more. I don't genuinely measure anything. Rosebud. You come to see what I'm doing. All right. Now, while that is boiling, I am going to use 2 squares. And we'll get this open. Okay. So, 2 squares. Let's crank that heat up and get that water boiling. Okay, 1. 2 squares. There you go. Again, I'm just going to kind of coat the bottom. And you put your creamer in to taste. Because something about these squares, it is the dark, bitter chocolate. And I like a little bit more milk chocolate flavor. So we will pour it into the French press. And leave a little room on top so it doesn't overflow when you go and do the press. And let your coffee steep. Cover it up so no bugs get in there. And we are going to let that steep a second. So after you pour that coffee in, let it sit a minute and just let it melt that chocolate. Stir it all up until you feel no chocolate sticking to the bottom and it's all mixed in really thoroughly. Perfect. Ooh, there's the raspberry sticking to the fork there. That feels good. Great. Then, it's your choice. Whether you want iced coffee or hot coffee. Tonight's a little chilly. So, kind of trying to decide if I want ice or hot. I think it will taste good both ways. But after you add that in, go ahead and if you like to spare it in there, tonight I'm going to pour a little vodka. And I'm going to do a slow count of 4 for 1 shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and give that a little mix. All right. Next, I think I want to do a layer. We're going to put some whipped cream in there. Perfect. And then you're going to drizzle your syrup. Try to coat the glass a little. Yes. That looks good. And let's make sure my ice didn't melt. Pour out any liquid and water. Go ahead and add your ice. Now let's fill the rest with some coffee. There you go. And I'm going to give it a good mix one more time. I want to mix in that cream. Perfect. And then we're going to top it off. There you have it, trail friends. Raspberry Ember. This is a drink I'm going to take to the fire. Yes, beautiful colors. And that is how you make raspberry embers. So go pour yourself a drink and join me over by the campfire. And tune in to Fireside Legends, where I'll tell you a camp story for the night. Until our paths cross again, me and Rosie will see you soon at the next Comfort Sips. Cheers. Have a good night, everyone.